You know when you walk into a massive sports arena or like a high-end nightclub, and there are dozens of screens perfectly synced?
Yeah, just blasting flawless 4K video everywhere.
Exactly. And you probably don't think about the plumbing behind it, you just assume it works.
Right, it's the illusion of seamless tech. But behind the drywall, there is this highly complex physical nervous system making all those displays talk to each other without any lag.
So today, we are doing a deep dive into the exact blueprint of a device that makes that possible. We are looking at a product sheet from HDTVSupply.
Right, specifically for the SmartAVI HDR-8X8-XT-S 4K 8x8 HDMI Matrix with POE.
Okay, let's unpack this because that is an alphabet soup of a name. Looking at the specs, it has 8 inputs and 8 outputs. So is this basically just a massive $3,500 version of the little HDMI switcher I use to toggle between my Xbox and my Apple TV?
Well, not quite. I mean, your home switcher is just a simple physical gate. It opens one lane and closes another.
Right, just A or B?
Exactly. But a commercial 8x8 matrix acts more like an active air traffic control center. It is simultaneously routing any of those 8 inputs to any or all of the 8 outputs.
Wait, while actively translating the signal so they don't break down over massive distances, right? Because distance is the real killer here.
It absolutely is. What's fascinating here is how it handles that.
Yeah, like if I run a standard HDMI cable just 20 feet across my living room, the signal starts getting flaky. Yet this thing claims to push full 4K resolution, so 3840 by 2160 at 30 hertz, up to an astonishing 328 feet away.
Right. And sending raw, continuous 4K video over standard HDMI degrades incredibly fast.
Because the cables just aren't built for that.
Exactly. They aren't designed to maintain signal integrity over long runs. So the Matrix solves this by converting that massive video signal into data packets.
Oh, like internet traffic.
Yes, just like internet traffic. That way it can travel over standard Ethernet cables, like SATA-5E, CT6, or CT7.
Okay, wait, I have to push back on that. TVs don't usually take video in through Ethernet cables?
They don't.
Right, so if the Matrix is spitting out internet data packets over a CT6 cable, does this mean there's another hidden piece to the puzzle at the other end?
Yes, there is. The Matrix pairs with remote HDX POE receivers that are hidden behind every single TV.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
So the 300-foot Ethernet cable plugs into that receiver, which unpacks the data back into video. Then a short, standard HDMI cord bridges that final gap to the screen.
And to make sure nothing breaks during that handoff, the device features EDI learning and HTCP management.
Right, which you can think of as like a universal translator.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it automatically negotiates the different display resolutions and copy protection handshakes between the source and the screen. So a Sony projector and an LG TV pulling from the same feed don't get confused and just show a blank screen.
Okay, but if there's a receiver box hidden behind every single screen in a sprawling event hall, powering all of them sounds like a total logistical nightmare.
Oh, it really does.
You'd need an electrician to install custom power outlets at every single mounting point.
Well, commercial installations live or die by minimizing cable runs, and that is why this device leverages power over Ethernet, or PoE.
Right, PoE is everywhere in standard IT. I mean, it runs basic office phones and security cameras.
Exactly.
But we are talking about pushing the electricity needed to power a receiver and pushing heavy 4K video data over the exact same thin CT6 cable. That's wild. It's like a garden hose that somehow efficiently delivers both the water and the electricity to run the mechanical sprinkler head at the exact same time.
That is a great analogy. It works because Ethernet cables actually contain multiple pairs of twisted copper wire inside them.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so some pairs are dedicated to carrying the video data packets, while the otherwise unused pairs carry the electrical current. This basically turns the Matrix into a centralized powerhouse.
And you can manage this whole network pretty easily too, right?
You can. You manage the whole system via front buttons, an IR remote, or a TCP/IP web console.
Basically logging into the Matrix like a secure website from any computer on the network.
Exactly. And from there, it powers and controls the entire remote ecosystem, which drastically cuts down installation time, hardware costs, and ongoing power consumption.
That is incredible. So the next time you are in a sprawling event hall and you see perfectly synchronized 4K video on every screen, you'll instantly understand the expensive, centralized matrix making it happen behind the scenes.
You'll know exactly what's behind the drywall.
Exactly. And it leaves you with a really interesting final thought. If enterprise gear is already successfully sending massive 4K video files, internet routing, and electrical power all over a single standard Ethernet cable for hundreds of feet.
Right.
How long until this hyper-efficient, one-cable-does-it-all architecture completely replaces the tangled, frustrating mess of power cords and HDMI cables currently sitting behind our everyday home entertainment centers?